Hi everyone, my name is Emily and I'm with TrinitYogaFaith. We are a yoga and meditation ministry located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm so glad that you're here joining me for a yoga practice today. If you like this style of yoga, I just would encourage you to check out our other videos on our YouTube channels featuring lots of different formats of Christian yoga and meditation. And also, please check us out on social media. We are on Facebook and Instagram, and you can find our page at TYFMKE. Also, we do have a website. You can check that out as well, and you can find that at www.tyfmke.com. Well, this is our first virtual practice, so I'm so happy to be coming to you from my home. This is my little home practice area, so I'm so happy to be able to share that with you at this time. If you've been coming to our in-person classes at Brew City Church, you know that we are currently working through our healing series where we literally have been starting at the feet and working our way all the way up to the head, focusing our yoga practices and meditations just on different parts of the body. So today I have a beautiful yoga sequence planned for you on the heart and chest wall. So that's where we'll be focusing on our practice today. So thank you for being here. I just invite you to set up some space for you to find some quiet and stillness and gentle movement. So please come join me. So as we begin our practice here today, we'll start off in a seated position, taking a few minutes just to be still and find quiet, which I know right now, given everything that's going on in the state of our world, that can be difficult. I don't know about you, but for me, I've just felt very disconnected as of lately. We're all scattered and just have a lot on our minds. And I just want to take a moment as we start our practice just to remind you that yoga means unity. And in this instance, with us setting our intentions and our practices on God, may we utilize this time and this space and this practice to remind us of our connectedness and unity with God. And as we do this, perhaps maybe you take your hands and you join me by placing them on your heart. Tuning inward and just feeling the beat of your heart. And then slowly bringing your hands down towards your belly. And deepening the breath, starting to feel the air just fill your lungs, and as a result, your belly expanding. And may the beating of your heart and the feeling of breath filling your lungs just be a reminder that we're always in the presence of God. Always, always, always. That's going to be a big theme within our practice here today. So that is this beautiful reality that we get to live in. And with that, I would like to begin our practice in prayer. So just getting into whatever prayerful posture may feel good to you. Perhaps your arms or your hands or palms facing open in your lap. Perhaps you bring them back to your heart or even just a traditional prayer pose with palms touching, hovering over your heart, whatever feels best for you. And with that, I just say, God, we thank you for this time and this space, that we may pause and bring our awareness back to you. We thank you for every beat of our heart and for every breath we take. May these serve as a reminder that you are always with us. You are a good, good God, and you have a plan for all of this, and you're already at work within it. May we see this in all things, and may we trust you. You are also a God of healing and a God of redemption. You heal our broken hearts and bind up our wounds. And for anyone who needs this, which in reality is actually all of us, God, we ask that you would just have your way in this. Yes. We say amen. Gently releasing the hands from whatever prayerful posture you chose to take, and bringing gentle movement back into the body. Gently rolling the shoulders up, down, and around and behind you, creating space, movement, blood flow, awakening the body, preparing for practice. We'll find stillness here, and as we do, we'll inhale, sweeping our arms up overhead, stretching tall, and pausing here for just a moment. Exhaling, floating the arms back down, elbows bend, and we just draw them right below shoulder level here, coming into our cactus arms, our goalpost arms, whatever you want to refer to them as. And then opening our chest, from our chest a little bit more by squeezing shoulder blades together, drawing the arms further behind us. Just breathing. Breathing into that heart opening, breathing into that chest opening. Slowly releasing the hands back down and placing them palms facing up in our lap. As we continue to get further into our yoga sequence today, I just wanted to provide you with some words to perhaps think about or meditate on. And this is a small excerpt from Psalm 73. And this excerpt states, in reference to God, the psalmist is talking to God. Yet I am always with you. You hold me by my right hand. You guide me with your counsel, and afterward you take me into glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And earth has nothing I desire besides you. My heart and my flesh may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Again, I'm going to speak those last words one more time over us. My heart and my flesh may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Basking in those words for just a few more moments. And when you feel ready, we'll change body positions, coming into hands and knees. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. We're going to use our breath here to help guide some motion with a few rounds of cat and cow. So we'll inhale, allowing our head and tailbone to lift, belly to sag. And then exhaling, tucking the head, tucking the tailbone underneath, pressing the mat away. Inhaling, our head and tailbone lift, belly sags. Excellent. And then exhale, head and tailbone underneath, pressing the mat away. Finding your breath and using your breath to guide and just lead this motion. We'll take 2 more rounds here. Once you've completed that, we'll send the hips back towards the heels, stretching the arms out long. Let's all find child's pose. Tucking our chin, resting our foreheads back down on the mat, and tuning in, perhaps taking a few deep breaths. Next, we are going to be sequencing through more of a flow, a little bit of a structured flow. So if you feel comfortable here and you just want rest, you can totally stay here. But if you'd like opportunity for a little bit more active yoga flow, follow my voice in action here. Inhaling, we'll draw our bodies back up, coming forward to plank. Exhaling, bending at the elbows, lowering our heart, lowering our chest down towards the mat. We'll inhale, lifting our heart and chest up. Exhale, releasing back down, engaging through the abdominals, pressing back into child's pose. Brief moment here, and if you'd like an opportunity to take that a few more times, we'll sequence through that together. Inhale, pressing forward to plank. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, head and heart rise. Exhale, releasing back down, pressing into child's pose. Allowing space just for you to utilize that however you'd like. Perhaps you hang back here in child's pose or take opportunity to experience and go through that a few times individually. Meeting back into child's pose, we'll find rest here for just a moment. And then deepening this stretch into our shoulders, into the middle of the back. We'll raise our hips up, allowing our shoulders just to naturally slide forward. And sending the breath to the shoulders, to the middle of the back. Utilizing this as a tool to help increase mobility into these regions of the body. Now we'll take 1 round of thread the needle on either side of our bodies. We'll start on the left side. So what you'll do is you'll draw that left elbow in towards the body and then tuck it underneath your right shoulder. The left side of your face, your left shoulder, rest onto the mat here. And again, using our breath as a tool to increase mobility, you can think about sending your breath in between the shoulder blades. And now releasing that left arm, placing it back down onto the mat. And we'll repeat this same posture on the opposite side. So drawing the right arm in towards the body, tucking it underneath the left shoulder. The right side of our face, our right shoulder finds rest down on the mats. And we're breathing, sending that breath in between the shoulder blades. Now releasing that right arm, placing it back onto the mat. We'll send our hips back down towards our heels, coming back into child's pose. And this time, we'll release our arms out from in front of us, bringing them back to either side of the body. Our palms face up. Our forehead rests on the mat. And we just allow the fronts of our shoulders just to sink deeper down towards the mat, increasing space, broadening through the upper back, and breathing here. Coming back to the words that I spoke and provided at the beginning of this practice, I'll reread that same excerpt from Psalm 73 that states, "Yet I am always with you. You hold me by my right hand. You guide me with your counsel, and afterward you take me into glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And earth has nothing I desire besides you. My heart and my flesh may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and portion forever." With that, we'll slowly draw our bodies up, entering into a tall kneeling position. We'll be staying here as we experiment with some back bends and heart opening. So if your knees require a little bit more padding, no problem. You can fold your mat or perhaps place a pillow or a folded blanket underneath your knees to provide you with a little bit of cushioning. And once comfortable in this posture, we'll inhale, sweeping arms up overhead. And then exhale, coming back into those cactus arms, that goalpost position we assumed at the start of class. Holding here for some heart and chest opening again. But this time, let's squeeze shoulder blades together and maybe even start to extend or back bend from our upper back, opening up a little bit deeper. If this feels good and you'd like to take this a little bit further, you can straighten the elbows, bringing the hands to your low back and utilizing this as a little bit of a fulcrum here to increase this posture. And then if you'd like even more, what you can do from here is straighten the elbows and begin to reach for your heels, the backs of your feet, squeezing shoulder blades together, pressing the chest up. And to take this even further, you can allow the head to drop, fully opening and just fully just releasing, receiving whatever you need here. As I read that last part of Psalm 73 to you. My heart may fail, my heart and my flesh may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Gently releasing out of whatever back bend you chose to take. And slowly returning back to hands and knees and entering into child's pose. Basking in this new state of the body. Spending a few quiet moments here. And only when it feels ready for you, slowly rising up and coming to lie onto your back into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Extending the legs out long, hands on either side of the body, palms facing up. And just being. Just being. It's here that we state, God, that we thank you for this time. We thank you for this space to practice. It is here that we receive and we bask in your presence. And we just fully receive your unconditional love and the peace that you have for us. And we know that when we do that, that's where the real healing occurs. May we just dwell in that here during this time when perhaps we need it the most. And those practicing with me, I just invite you to stay in this space for as long as you need. Our guided practice is coming to the end, but I just invite you to be. I pray that God would lay blessing upon you, and I'm so gracious that you have chosen to join me for practice today. Thank you.